Many of you have probably seen this mine before. There have been people in it, a lot of people in it. I was here 10 years ago. A bunch of other groups were in here about 10 years ago. Huge LHD mine. In fact, some of them were radio controlled at one time. We're back to do two things. There was this huge room that we saw in there, and it was so big that we couldn't light it up very well. And we want to go in there and check that out and drone that room. We have some big ass lights, and we're gonna light it up and document it. And then also the groups last time that were here, none of us actually finished it. It's huge. We spent 12 plus hours in here and only hit up maybe half. So we'd like to continue with the sections that weren't explored with the kind of the limited time we have, and also film that room and drone it. So that's the goal here. There's a ton of water in this mine, so hopefully we can make it there. I don't know, we'll see. So this is just outside the portal. Big air compressor, 6-inch pipe here. It's where they like reduce it from like 7 or 8 to 6. That's weird. Big radiator. Look at this huge compressor. I don't know if this is dual stage. Sorry, I gotta take off my glasses. If it's dual stage or just dual piston, but this is massive. Ingersoll Rand. And this is a compressor here. There as well. I don't know if it's one stage to the next stage, or if they're like right series or parallel here. There's the motor. That is huge. I don't know what size disconnect this is. 400 amp disconnect. 125 horsepower. This has got to be the air filter, maybe. Massive. Yeah, so I don't know if it's dual stage or, I mean, the air goes in. Maybe both of them pump parallel? Either way, I don't know. Somebody's yelling at me who knows exactly what it is, but either way, this thing looks like it can kick out some volume. I mean, this is the height of me right here, so it's, 8 feet tall, 7 feet tall. Oh, cool. Load indicator. I don't know if that's too bright. Load indicator, PSI in bars, oil, and then I can't tell what the other one is. Pretty neat though. Big air compressor. Radiator. Neat. All right, so got the key from the owner and unlocked it, and here we come. I forget how far this goes in, like this tunnel. It's like 2,000 feet maybe? A little over 2,000 feet. I also don't remember the angle, but I can look it up and I'll put it down on the bottom. But this is a piece of cake going down, but it sucks coming out. What? Is that swinging? Is there a ghost? Oh my gosh, this mine's haunted. How did that happen? Wow. Can we rename this the haunted mine? Because the chain was swinging? All right. All right, we'll pick it back up when we find another ghost. There's that other portal that's next to us. I believe one was probably in, one was out. And it's paralleling us, they're connected, but also they blocked them off. Maybe for air control or something. So this is where the other portal is. Oh, there's some cutouts up there, like 5 kV cutouts. Oh, look at this baloney cable. That's armored. That's very expensive and heavy. You can see the corrugations from the the shield. Very heavy duty, very heavy, very expensive. This is pretty. I guess this was one of the bad areas, so they reinforced it. That's pretty cool. Getting a little muggy. You can hear the drops of the water. Right, all of those drips and drops, it just starts, you know, getting to be a bigger river. And as we get lower, the pressure increases. So as we go down, there's going to be more and more water flow and pressure. Like down here, it sounds like there's a river, full-on river. Well, that's a nice mess. This is like an intersection of pipes that all has fallen. That's a float switch, probably a high and a low right there. This side smells so stinky for some reason. Oh, look at that big ass cord cap end right there. Holy cow. There's a river going in here too, but it just smells so different. I don't know why it stinks, but this side is fine. Float switches.
Oh, they were like douching bulbs.
Huh. They can be. I like where your head's at. Some more of the 5 kV cutouts. So it came in with one and out with the other to the other side. Ugh. So this was like this was a sump area where they would pump it. You can only pump water so high, right? So they dump it out in this cistern and then restart the process of sucking the water out again. So those barrels there are actually were at one point floating the suction tube, because they don't want the suction tube to touch the bottom and suck up all the dirt. So yeah, that's what that is. And this is where they had another set of pumps, so that's why they have the cutouts there to feed the pump. A lot of water in this place. And we're not even there yet. I don't even think we're halfway. Here's another area that was kind of bad. They shotcreted it, fenced it, and stacked dunnage. Wow, that's strange. So on this side, they went all the way to the ground with the steel, but on this side, they didn't go all the way to the ground on the steel. They lagged them into the wood. Why wouldn't you just go the rest of the way down? Silly miners. Maybe they were hard up for steel. So the pipes are hanging now. These ones haven't fallen yet. Okay, I think this is pretty close to the bottom, if I remember right. So this was where they either took stuff out or brought it in. This, it's too corroded. Oh, it's, this is a controller for the pneumatic powered doors. So, around here somewhere, or maybe at one point.
On the other side of Rams.
Okay. There's a cable. At one point there was a cable that the driver could grab and he'd pull on it, which would activate that contactor and open the doors. Does it keep going? I don't remember that part. Oh yeah, okay. So the Rams are gone. I guess I controlled it, but oh yeah, sorry, right there. You're right, I doubted you for half a second. That's pretty neat. So you just pull on the cable and they open up. Want you to have the lunchroom?
Yeah.
Glow sticks, yeah, that'll
That'll get you.
show you what's going on. Yeah, that's right. This is right. Holy crap, it went from like, this is like walking on the moon.
Mm-hmm. Which we know you could do.
Right. What I meant was when we walked on the moon in the Universal Studios stage room. Wow, this is weird. Maybe it had to do with the wind currents that blew all this here. Well, the good thing is we're at the bottom. Think this battery's still good? Want to put your wiener across it, see if it tingles? Mine's not long enough to fit across those terminals. Oh yeah. Some air filters. And we are switching to rubber. It is time. Your guys' boots are much taller than mine. And they didn't do any milling in here, so that water's not like contaminated with arsenic and cyanide and stuff, you know? I guess we could drink it if we were in a jam when we run out of beer. This is like a nice crusty, Krispy Kreme film on the surface of this water. Now I'm hungry for a glazed donut. This is the ladder we're taking up. Who's doing the honors?
Is that the one to go?
Yep. Such a random ladder.
You want me to take the green backpack? Yeah, if you don't mind, that might be easier. Yeah, it's carabiner.
That's man, that's steel and wood. You gotta be careful where you step, because sometimes you just sink right in. That just sounds good. It sounds familiar when you pull the boot out, though. That
Sound.
yeah. Up we go. All right, that's where we came up. And this stuff is stupid. People stack rocks. It's retarded. I'm huffing and puffing, but it's fair to. We're at 7,200 feet. We're just taking a moment to appreciate this lagging. Like they had the whack on these metal pieces to get them to seat up against all the bends. Like somebody had to take a lot of time to do this. Crazy. All to keep us mine explorers safe. We finally got to something here, so I figured to turn the camera on. Okay, yeah, so this is this weird freaking contraption. This is cool. Get all my lights on here. So what do you think, Maya? You're the jack expert. Oh, I see. It's a hydraulic. You put the jack leg on top, I think.
There is some sort of really big jack, as far as I can tell.
I'm gonna go wide mode.
Looks like. But I'm not sure what you'd use it for. It's just kind of unidirectional.
Well, isn't this jack leg right here? Maybe that. So maybe that mounted on top, and then you'd put the drill on top, so you get to drill close.
I don't know. I think all this was done with the drill.
Oh, with the. Okay. So I don't know.
It's a lot of air, so it's pneumatic. I think it's just a big jack. But
Okay.
it also has additional hoses.
Oh yeah. Where do those go? So it's almost like it's pneumatic. And yeah, so it's pneumatic and hydraulic. So
Don't even see where.
I bet you the air powers the pneumatic pump.
Maybe.
And that's where these come out hydraulically.
I just don't know what to use it for. I mean, there is a column attachment here, like you could put this somewhere and use it for a big drill, but I would imagine this was all drilled by a jumbo.
Oh, here's more.
Blade in 10 different directions.
So here's drill steel pieces right here. Some old miner right now is probably yelling and screaming at us. This is exactly what it is, you idiots.
It's definitely
This is kind of pretty. It's a little, wow, little natural cavern here with quartz. Wow, that is pretty. Look at that. Holy cow. That is glorious.
It's calcite.
Huh.
Wolf snipe that everyone's got going for.
Oh, yeah. Pretty neat. So a little ways up there is where the mystery jack, pneumatic, hydraulic, mechanical contraption is. So we came down. Got a big collapse here.
There's another, intersects another deep line that goes this way with a ton of water.
This is such a maze of a place. Like it just goes everywhere. So that undercuts where we just came across, right? Underneath the pneumatic jack thing. Holy shit, there's a fucking portal up there.
Is that the portal? Is that the other?
Is it the portal?
That's what I'm slightly curious about.
Holy shit.
It's definitely
We just go through like some time warp? So I bet you it is, because when we got too low down there, you couldn't see the portal. We had to back up a little bit to see over what I think is this.
interesting.
Wow, okay, well, totally nuts. So all right, well. So other than going up where we were, where that 6-inch pipe was, this has pretty much been explored. Wow. The more you know. Wow. All right, we'll pick it back up. All right, so we finished that out. This is where we changed boots. Next stop is to the left. Looking right. Down to the left. See what we got down here. Another sump area. So this pipe has water running in it. And then it's just draining right back out. That's the first wood ladder I've seen. Down we go. So much water. What we're walking on is all calcified from all that water running for years. Another area for stuff. Shit. Looks like some water. That's not good. That is not good at all. That's what we were talking about. It's all got to go somewhere, right? You know what's strange is these bubbles are random. And you can see all of like the swish marks of the water when it hits. It's almost like it's two different mediums. Well, I don't remember this.
Definitely at one stage of the game, people walked through there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had, boots on or waders or what, but people. But then again, like I said, we've had a couple of wetter-ish years, so.
So there's a possibility this was the way to that big room. Also a possibility we missed it. So you can definitely see tracks, like they were saying. People have walked here at some point, but 10 years worth of water, it's going to go somewhere. So we're going to head back to the beginning and do additional lefts to see if we can find that room. So next to the break room, we came back. This is the shop. There's the number 1 shop. Had stuff labeled. Conform bandage. Some bulbs. Pneumatic brake. Oh, this is like a toaster right here. Oh man, we could have brought our pizzas down. Oh, that is awesome. That's probably still good. It's like a Bobcat tire. So here's a Snap-on book. Vintage.
Toaster oven.
I want to see how vintage this is. So 1920 to 1990. So I guess this is a 1990. I bet you there's some dude that still owes thousands from the shit he's bought from this catalog in the 90s. Wagner product service training. Radio remote control. Oh wow. So radio receiver. These aren't remote control. I mean, maybe they were. That's pretty impressive for the 90s. Wow. So these things had radio frequencies in them and radio controls and the LHDs. Parking brake, front lights, rear. Engine shutdown, start, brake. Wow. Manual and switch remote box. That is neat. Some poor guy out there that probably needed one of these and couldn't find one anywhere, and this one has been in this mine. Radio remote control system for LHDs. Fancy. Well, this appears to be a big room. Oh, I remember this. There is a square piece of pirate in the wall. I remember that from 10 years ago. Look at that perfect piece. I was dying to try to get that out somehow, but it's pretty tough. I'm not going to. Pretty neat. Holy crap, this is freaking deep. So deep they had to put a floodlight in. Oh my God. This doesn't even do justice.
That would hurt.
Pretty big. There's some chains and stuff hanging over there, up on the ceiling. Yeah, the camera doesn't do justice for this. I don't want to drone it because if I drop it, I have to climb back up this. That's probably not going to happen. I started filming because I think this might be the room we've been looking for. Getting a little giddy. Could be totally effing wrong. Yeah, this is it. Oh, we found it. This is what I wanted to come here for. Probably the biggest room I've ever been in my life. Underground. Hell yeah. We'll start it up in a minute. We'll get some lights set up. So Derek nailed it. Look at this freaking light he brought just for this room. And look at this room. It's actually hard to tell depth without people. You know what I mean? Holy shit. So up there on the top, I know you guys hate fingers, right? There above my fingertip is another way in. That's where we first found this. And we were considering shimming across. I'm so glad we didn't, because it would have been certain death. But so buddy Troy was in here before. Here's the picture he took. We took this picture using like one of the old school cameras, you know, from 2014. We did a 30-second exposure on it. So we were all standing in the dark, standing still, and he would hit the button and with his flashlight for 30 seconds would just try to paint as much as he could of it. And so you fast forward to now, 10 years later with these lights, and it pretty much looks the same because of the light he's got out there. But holy crap, this place is huge. Wow. All right, we're gonna send the drone through. So the drone's having problems, so we're stuck just videotaping. But I don't have my distance laser either. So what's your guess on that level? How high is that from the bottom here? Yeah. You want to walk out here, Derek, or do you want to stick next to the light?
I'll stay here.
Okay. Yeah, keep going out there, if you don't mind, Maya, just for perspective. That light is awesome, though. This room has never been this lit.
Here, I can boost it there.
Oh, yeah.
Get my,
Wow. Oh, yeah, they're flickering again, huh? That's weird. I don't know about the drone here, but I wish that's really why I brought it, is to drone this, because it's so massive, but we may be stuck with just this video. More stripper glitter. So how do you think they took all of this out of here?
That's my question.
Like, because there was a level up there. The top of that is a level. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of baffled.
I mean, did they... And then that portal was there, that opening, right?
Yeah.
So that was there and that level was there. So how'd they get it all out? Or, I don't know. Did they blast it kind of sideways? Or did they have a portal right here and they just, from this portal, just started cutting in, you know, to the side and up? There's a sign there up the top. I think it's either a floodlight or a danger sign. See it way up there. Oh, it's a floodlight up there. So we're back at the main, at the bottom, I guess you could call it. That's the portal out. That's the other side that goes up. Back kind of where we started. Unfortunately, my effing stupid, crappy, I'm very angry. My drone, for whatever reason, would not fly up. It said high altitude mode, and it would not fly up. And we're at 7,200. Yesterday, I think we were at 84, and it flew just fine. So, you know, the difference is no GPS, but how did it know how high we are? Is there an altimeter in the thing? I don't know. So I'm pretty pissed we didn't get good video, but we still got some 4K video of that place lit up. It's probably never been that lit before. All right, I'll put my shoes on. All right, so we pretty much finished this mine. On the right-hand side, you can spend pretty much 12, 13 hours. Not a whole lot to see except that big room. On the left, there's one flooded tunnel that we can't go through. And then further down, there's a tunnel like this that heads up pretty steep with a ton of wind blowing out of it. But it went for freaking ever and ever and ever. We were limited on time. So I'll turn this back on when we get up to the top. This is gonna suck. Kind of documented, at least in some 4K. It's obviously in worse shape between weather and people, but it is more cores than I've ever seen in my life in one location. They've cored the hell out of this whole mountain, and they even assayed here. You can see some of the blowers here, and all the bags filled with the different materials from different locations and stuff. All were nicely labeled and stored. The roof blew off, but it's mainly people that have come in here and just looked through the cores and ripped them down. Last time we were here, most of them were on the shelves still. So some pretty cool cores. I believe some are different sizes. Some of them are pretty neat looking, which I think that's why people rip them out, to see if they can find some really cool looking ones with some pyrite in them. But yeah, all these shelves were full. I mean, I'm walking on, 2 feet of them. But they cored this entire mountain. I mean, look at this. Just endless cores. You can see the different sizes here next to each other. They're all boxed up, neat. I can try to find one that's not really messed with. There's some like quartzy looking ones. But each box is labeled. Within the boxes, if some of the pieces break apart, they'll put a little a wood label in them to mark where it started and stopped. Here's kind of one of the labels. Now, I wanted to find one that was actually in correctly, but they label each one within it so it can be fully documented. Obviously, you can't really go back and re-figure out what was in this mountain because it's all been kind of destroyed and messed with. So you only have bits and pieces. But here's the smaller. But just incredible that I'm walking on all these. Tons. Of course, somebody spent a lot of money. But it's smart, right? I mean, instead of digging some big ass portals with equipment and machinery and explosives and spending all that money to maybe find nothing, you just core the whole mountain and you can make yourself a nice 3D model of literally the entire thing's geology. Tons of cores, a lot of the same. We'll head back out. Again, this place isn't really new, a lot of pictures and stuff, but I don't think there's a whole lot of video out there of this place. So just wanted to get some. It's got attacked by a damn bee. I'm bee scared. In the back, there's some offices. Gonna hit those up real quick, I guess. Might have had a crusher or something there. Not really sure what this hood is for here. Nothing there. Might have been a bathroom or something. Shelf space. Everything's caved in here. Maybe had some offices and stuff. Nice siding, wood siding. They had AC, nice. Okay, maybe a dry room or something here. Toilet. Everybody stripped a lot. I'm not surprised this wire's still here. I found a bunch of stripped out wire other places. This one might have fallen after they were here stripping it the first time. That's really about it. I'll do a little bit of research and put on the bottom here when I can find out when they were here. Although it might have just been on one of the boxes I looked at. Take a look, and then they have almost like some sort of overflow building here with a bunch more. Wood shelves, but a lot taller. So yeah.